Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies. Welcome to our video series called Peppers 101. It is in this video series that we want to expose you to different kinds of chili peppers from all over the world, give you that knowledge, and then hopefully we encourage you and inspire you to grow different kinds of chilies, cook with different kinds of chilies, eat different kinds of chilies, and share that chili pepper love and knowledge with your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, and your family especially. And with that being said, we want to also encourage you, even though this isn't part of this chili video, it is part of it, to get your children out in the garden. Get them out in the dirt, put down the electronic device, spend time with them in the garden. You need to find ways to spend more time with your children, not just sitting watching a TV show or sitting in the stands while they play baseball. Spend time with them. Bring them out into the garden, especially when they're little. Show them the miracle of growing something from a seed, turning into a plant, growing that plant, taking care of that plant, harvesting the fruits and vegetables from that plant, and then take them into the kitchen and let them help you make the meal. You will make an impact on them they will never forget, and hopefully they will pass it down to future generations. So get your children out into the garden and get them in the kitchen. With that being said, let's look at these chilies here. This is the Primotalii. Allegedly, I say allegedly because the person who's responsible for getting this pepper out to people is Chris Saunders of the United Kingdom. And the story went for many years, for at least 6, 7, 8 years, that it was a cross between the Vitali and the 7-pot Primo. And now he's not even sure of that. I wish that would have been said years ago, because that's pretty much, it's the possibility that those two peppers crossed in his garden. But it wasn't a deliberate cross, so we don't know for sure. It definitely has some traits of the Vitali with that upfront citric acid, kind of citrus heat. And it also got that long skinny tail like the 7-pot Primo. Some branches here laying down on the ground because there's so many peppers on them. Now there are some people out there that are selling seeds of chocolate Primotalii and a golden Primotalii, which is basically a mustard pepper. And they look nothing like these chilies at all. So we do not believe in this chocolate Primotalii or this golden Primotalii nonsense. We don't believe in it. So we're not going to grow it. I mean, if you want to grow it, because I do believe, as I've seen many YouTube people eat them, that they're extremely hot and they burn the heck out of you. So I don't doubt that they're one of the hotter peppers out there. I do not doubt that. I do not speak against that. But if you're going to get a variant of a pepper, that variant should look exactly like the original or close to the original. Let's just say close, because these are super hot crosses, okay? You're not going to get perfection. You're not going to get the consistency of, say, like a jalapeno. So they should look close to it, and the only difference should be the color. So that's my rule of thumb. Now, there are varieties out there like the Apocalypse Scorpion that have so many variations that the red and the brown, there's some peppers that look alike and there's some peppers that don't look alike. But the Primotalii, as you can see here, I'm showing you a lot of peppers on this plant right now. So you can see that most of the peppers look very, very close to one another, okay? I'm doing this deliberately so I can prove my point. Okay? The Primotalii are very, very thin-skinned. Very, very thin-skinned. These other ones, this alleged chocolate Primotalii and golden Primotalii, they are not thin-skinned. I mean, for a Capsicum chinense, they're thinner than an annuum, of course. But they're not thin like these. And they're all big. They're twisty, and they're much bigger peppers than these. This is kind of the size, an average size. You won't see a Primotalii fill up your hand. They don't get that big. Okay? They grow about 4 to 5 feet tall. They ripen from light green to dark red. As you can see, here's the dark red. The heat is intense. It's one of the hottest super hot crosses out there. How hot, we don't know. You can't go by a YouTube person saying that, oh, this is the hottest thing I ever had. Well, they're not a laboratory, so they don't know. And that's the other thing I'm going to mention in this video. You have a lot of YouTubers throwing numbers out on things. I've seen one lady, I'm not going to mention her name, but she had a mustard pepper, and mustards are technically a green pepper, and she said this mustard pepper was 2.2 million. Get out of town. Most super hots average between 800,000 to 1,200,000. And here's the other thing. On any given day, one super hot can beat another super hot. And your hottest super hot peppers are going to be in the brown and red color range. They're not going to be green. They're not going to be yellow. They're not going to be mustard or orange or white. So whoever says that they've got a pepper over 1 million like that, baloney. It's not true. I'm friends with people who are commercial growers. When I mean commercial growers, they grow by the metric ton, and they test their scorpions and their reapers and everything regularly. And trust me, most of your super hot peppers on the average are around 800, 900 thou. They don't even break 1 million. Every now and then they break 1 million, go a few 100,000 over 1 million, but that's about it. So on any given day, any one of them can beat the other. That's the truth, okay? You want to believe in other stuff, that's great. You can believe in the tooth fairy too. If you want to throw your money away on something that somebody says is a couple of million, then that's your choice. Okay? I'll stand by what I do, and I'll always show lots of photographic and video proof of everything we're growing. So this way, there's transparency. So this is the Primotalii, and we have plenty of seeds at superhotchilies.com. This is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies. Get your children into the garden, get them into the kitchen, and grow more types of chilies. Primotalii, Refining Fire Chilies. Take care.